He's a competitor. He's a great pitcher out there for us, and knowing he's going to be, especially in the future. He's gotten a lot better since he's been here. I'm very excited to have him here, and one of the greatest things is he really competes, and that's one of the best things that he has for him. Like you said, they get a leadoff guy on third base. He comes up, and he does a really great job of stranding the guy there. So inducing a ground ball to be able to get him at the plate. So those are the things that we need out of him, and he's done a pretty good job like that.
What did you think of the team? Continue to put up runs on the board even when your defense wasn't playing great.
You know what? It was a tough game defensively, and I told our guys that offensively we should have scored a lot more runs. We left too many guys out there, and the pitching I thought did a pretty decent job for us, being able to hold us kind of where we were, and the defense came up with some big plays when we needed them to. So I'm not going to say our defense was absolutely horrible, because they came up with some big plays that got us out of some jams. And you know what? I'll tell you what. Defensively, we're going to be fine. I'm not so worried about it. We got a couple bad kicks out here, but we got to secure the ball a little bit better. We were trying to be too aggressive in certain areas, being able to try to backpick a few guys, and we threw the ball away. So that's part of it.
And you talk about defense making a couple of really nice plays. The play by Manny Jefferson when the game's 1-0 and potentially could have been a 2-run single there to give them a lead. How big was that play for you guys early, and what have you seen from his defense, because he continues to grow as a freshman?
Well, that's why he's out there. He has done some great things defensively for us, and we've seen that, and that's one of the things that makes our pitchers very and to be honest, we have several infielders who've done a really great job in that capacity for us. But he has come up with some great defensive plays for us since he's been here, and he's only going to get better as time goes on.
And now, as a freshman, are you ready to put him in that range of the Zach Vinci range defensively? Because he's getting up there in my mind. Some of the plays I've seen him make as just being consistent at shortstop like that, like Vinci was for you a couple years ago.
Well, that was one of the great things we saw when we were recruiting him, is that everything found a way into his glove. He's gained 15 pounds of muscle, and he has 3% body fat. And that's one of the things. When he stops growing and actually starts filling out, it's going to be very impressive to see what happens to him. But as of right now, he's doing exactly what he's supposed to do, and just play great defense for us. Everything he can offensively, contribute in that capacity, and at the same time keep learning the baseball game.
And his double play mate, Hutton Moyer, 2 more doubles a day, retakes the national lead in doubles. What has enabled him to take that next step this year? He struggled a little bit last year, but this year he's just been a tremendous table setter at the top for you.
He's gotten a little bit stronger, which I think has really helped, and he's healthy. Last year he had a hip labrum issue, then he had an elbow issue, and so now he's healthy, and it's great to be able to have guys being healthy. When we lost Aaron Brown last year, and then we lost a couple catchers, and so we got beat up pretty good last year. But having guys healthy, knock on wood, that's one of the best things. Everybody, they look at some of the things, but one of the things is just staying healthy.
And then what was the decision to move Jackson into the midweek and Matt onto the weekend? Is that a permanent move, or was that made for a certain reason? Or?
Well, to be honest, he had a stiff back going up when he pitched at St. Mary's. And we bussed up there, so it was a long bus ride, and it just didn't feel right, and we didn't want to have to push him into pitching this past weekend on sound and short days notice, coming up against BYU, so we would have been a day less rest. And so we just figured we have finals coming up, and we have this weekend, so he can pitch all he wanted to today. We have our weekend rotation will kind of stay the same for this coming weekend, and we have a full week off where we're in finals and graduation, so we don't have to worry about it, and he can get healthy, and we didn't want to have to push him to try to get back and re-injure it. So just on the safety precautions is really the big thing.
And it never hurts with how consistent Matt Maurer's been for you.
He's been awesome. That's what senior leadership does. Him and Corey Miller, they've done a phenomenal job for us in that capacity. When you have guys like that being able to go out there and just maintain some consistency for us, I'll tell you what, that's all you can ask for, and that's what is great about senior leadership, I guess.